Good morning, one and all. Respected guest for the day, Dr. Ganesh Kavadia, Dr. Satish Batra, Dr. Vinay Swarup Mehrotra, Dr. Rajesh Pachkade, our dear respected principal, Dr. Father John PJ, our vice principal, Dr. Sister Lissy Jose, Father Stanley, examination in charge, Mrs. Sunita Anand, HOD, Department of Management, and Member Advisor Committee for this national workshop, all the participants present here today. We extend a warm and a hearty welcome to this UGC-sponsored national workshop. Every day, God drops showers of blessings and graces, no matter what's happening in my life. Every good and perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of the heavenly lights, who does not change like the shifting shadows. With this trust, let's light the lamp and seek the blessings of our Almighty. May I now request Dr. Ganesh Kavadia, Dr. Satish Batra, Dr. Vinay Swarup Mehrotra, Dr. Rajesh Pachkade, Dr. Father John PJ, Dr. Sister Lizzie Jose, and Father Stanley to kindly come forward to light the lamp. To accord a floral welcome to Dr. Satish K. Batra. Thank you so much, sister. A hearty welcome, sir. May now request Father Stanley to please welcome Dr. Vinay S. Mehrotra. Thank you so much, Father, and hearty welcome, sir. May now request Mrs. Sunita Anand, HOD Department of Management, to please welcome Dr. Rajesh Pachkade. Thank you so much, ma'am. A hearty welcome, sir.
Guests and members of the staff and students. You know, it's a novel idea not to have a seminar. That also is a novel idea, but much more, the skill, the topic that you have chosen for today's workshop. It's a current and very, I'd say, very practical topic. And this is what would actually bring up India's economy and much more India's prospects, because you know the kind of people that we have in India is not as educated, as informed and as trained as people of other countries. That's a fact. See, there are in abroad, when you go to European countries, you find every little single citizen is informed and taught the way they want to grow upon and develop their future. But in India, you know, a good percentage of people are illiterate and unknown to what they want to, or what the programs, plans of the country or government are. So I think the skill, one thing I have learned, dear students, and I would like to tell you, that any skill developed with a little of intelligence is always on high demand. Always on high demand. But without the top, I give the example of a mason. there are a number of masons. Some of the masons have to wait at 10 number bus stop for someone to call for a job, for the day's work, masonry. But those with, a little on top, trained, intelligent guys are always called for. They don't have to wait for. So that is the difference between when you are trained in a skill and then when you are not trained, untrained. So our Prime Minister, as ma'am said, is giving so much importance to this kind of, I say, skilled development and also skilled programs which would bring the Indian standard, the living standard, I believe, to higher grades, greater heights and better standards. I'm very happy today to be speaking on this occasion. I congratulate Geetu ma'am, Laila ma'am, and also all the other faculty members for their hard work and getting such eminent resource persons for this one-day workshop. Sir, they are not new to us because they have been, visiting us, giving us lectures at various occasions and for programs. We are happy to have you once again with us on this auspicious day. Welcome and God bless you all.
Respected Father John, my colleagues, speaker, Dr. Shashit Batra sir, Vinay S. Malhotra sir, then Rajesh sir, all delegates, students, and faculty members of this institute. This is a real wonderful institute, and therefore I love to come here again and again. I got the opportunity to visit this institute in one seminar. Chairperson of the conversation. And at that time I realized that what a discipline, what a dedicated student, why my session was kept at around 3:30 and so, and I was wondering whether there will be any student or participant, but that I was surprised that full hall, complete, no space. So this all shows the dedication. Then again I got the opportunity to come in a refresher course. Again the same problem in the refresher course, coming aana jana, and at the time when most of the faculty members of this institute are attending the refresher course, then it is very difficult to have the attendance. But it was wonderful and we enjoyed that trip. And at that time, Madam asked me that we are conducting one UGC workshop and you have to come to that workshop, and that workshop was related to something skill development and we have not trained for skill development. So I said that I am a little misfit for that, but then Madam created a room for me and said, no, we will ask you to speak on higher education and the role of higher education in economic development and so forth. This is really wonderful. Coming to this institute is more important than giving a speech on this topic. I'm a student of economics. And for me, education is very important. Whether it is a skill, training or whatever, learning is important. Knowledge creation, or you can say technological expansion, has created or changed the boundaries of the globe, boundaries of economics and even boundaries of human beings. Because of this technological expansion, our economics is failed. Because of the technological expansion, the role of capital has failed. Now, for creation of wealth, for creation of asset, even for today and or for future, you need knowledge, not the capital. My father of economics, Adam Smith, told me, teaches us that export or the natural asset is more important for creation of wealth. Even in India, the states which are abundant with natural resources, they are struggling for economic development, and the states which are not having any natural resources, they are leading economic development. And I salute Rabindranath Tagore, who gave the Janagan Mana, Punjab, Sindh, Gujarat, Maratha. Yes, prosperity है भारत. पंजाब, सिंध, गुजरात, मराठा. और दूसरी लाइन गरीबी. विंध्य, हिमाचल, यमुना, गंगा, पूरा का पूरा गरीबी का बेल्ट. Natural resources, pani and rivers, all they are abundant in the Vindhya, Himachal, Yamuna, Ganga, but we don't have economic development. Means natural resources are not important, something else is important. Then Ricardo and all came and they said, no, capital is more important. Throughout my teaching, throughout my economics, throughout the Karl Marx studies, that capital is the source of exploitation. Capital is the source of exploitation, and therefore the countries which are able to attract capital, they will lead the economic development. But no, capital is not the source of exploitation. Knowledge is the source of exploitation. If you are able to acquire good skill, good training, good education, you can create capital. Not for today, even for future. I am the student बन जाओ, करोड़पति वैसे ही बन जाओ, करोड़पति के यहाँ जन्म लेने की जरूरत नहीं. पढ़ा इकोनॉमिक्स में मैंने है कि if you want to be a capitalist, you have to take a birth at the capitalist house. But change, salary package change. All this is because of the technology, because of the knowledge. And therefore, now the entire world is not divided on the basis of natural resources. Now the entire world is not divided on the basis of capital, nor on the basis of human beings. It is divided on the basis of knowledge. There is a society with knowledge, there is a society lack of knowledge. Discrimination is on the basis of knowledge, discrimination is on the basis of education, not on the natural resources. Take example. Initially when we created a requirement of energy, we don't have the source of energy. We were dependent on what? Lakdi पर dependent. Then we realized that this source of energy is not good. If we will continuously use wood as a source of energy, we will create a problem for environment. So we developed another device, and that at that time एक मछली हुआ करती, बहुत बड़ी मछली, और उसके ऑयल से क्रिएटेड एनर्जी, वेल मछली के ऑयल से क्रिएटेड एनर्जी. Then we realized that this source of energy is not good because it will create a problem for ecology. So we created what? Coal. Then after coal we created a petrol. Then we created, now that petrol is not good for the sustainability of economic development, and we are searching, and scientists are thinking that by 2030 we will create a source of energy which will be completely renewable, and our dependency on oil will be very less. We are waiting for that innovations. So what is all? So neither the coal nor the wood, but the human brain is important. He is continuously doing research, innovation, and creating a substitute for the problems created by economic development. Problems created by economic development. Substitutes. Coal is not good, so we created a substitute in terms of petrol. Petrol is not good, so we created a substitute in terms of hydropower, in terms of solar power, in terms of wind power. So continuously we are involved. We are involved in the process of evolution, and the process of evolution is nothing but knowledge. Knowledge is the key for economic development. And this division of the societies, division of the countries is not on the basis of natural resources, not on the basis of capital, it is on the basis of knowledge. how to get the knowledge is the top part of it. And this process stimulated in the 21st century. Whatever we did during last 50 years, that we have achieved even less than 10 years today. And what will be the form of economic development, what will be the form of system after 10 years, after 20 years, we don't know. Jio, Reliance Jio 4, free. I waited for 20 years for BSNL connection, landline connections. 20 years. I got registration in 1979. I got in the now free. Can you imagine? Is it a revolution of capital? Is it a revolution of natural resources? No, it is a revolution of brain. And therefore knowledge is the most important parameter. People will be thinking that the economic development is not sustainable. And if we will use these natural resources will be a problem. We will not be able to sustain in the future. So one of my economists analyzed the pricing trend of all natural resources, copper, gold, everything, globally. And he proved that the price of all these natural resources is reduced over a period of time. Maybe copper, maybe iron, maybe coal, all. It means that we have the power, we have the capacity to create substitutes if nature is not able to support that economic system. Nature is not able to support that economic system. We have the capacity. We means brain power has a capacity, knowledge has a capacity, skill has a capacity to create substitutes of the nature. And that's all we are doing. And that's why education and knowledge is most important parameter in the world, in the entire. And this nature has reduced the distance of the globe. We are now more close. The entire globe becomes flat. You can take idea of America, Germany, Europe, anytime, within a second. You have not to travel. So it is all what? We have reduced the distance between the globes. India is growing at the rate of 8%, 9%, 7%, and now we are ahead of China. India is the fastest growing country in the world at this stage. Fastest growing. And why fastest growing? Because we have a demographic dividend. Population is very active. But if this population or those who are educated now are not absorbed by the industry, by the economy, that can create a disaster. That can create a disaster. So where is the lacuna? Why we are not able to get job? And one of my economists said, growth without job is hopeless growth. We never bothered about the jobs. Growth was important and we achieved 10%. Now we are realizing growth without job is hopeless. And that's why government created inclusive growth. Growth with human touch. Growth should remove the poverty. These are the inequalities. We are leading in inequalities. India is leading in the world inequality index. So something wrong. What is that wrong that we would like to analyze? And therefore I have selected the topic higher education and economic development in India.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your abundant knowledge. I am sure that it has really helped us all to think at a wider aspect in terms of economics.